Hello everyone, welcome to my math tutorial on how to take a math practice test online. I am so excited to show you that it's possible to take your math practice test online and submit it to your teacher so that they can grade it and see how you're doing. So let me show you what it looks like to take the math practice test. On my screen, I have the topic test that's from the math book, which is probably the practice test that your teacher assigns to you to take before they give you the actual test. So on this test, it's really hard to make your answers really obvious without this toolbox, but we're so lucky because we've got this amazing toolbox that we're going to use to help us submit our answers. So if we look over here on this test, it says which line plot shows the data on number 1. It gives me some data points right here inside of my box, and then it shows me 4 different line plot options, and I'm supposed to select one of those as my answer. There's a few ways you can do this, especially since it's multiple choice. One way is to, just like you would at school, circle or color in the bubble that you pick, okay? So let me show you how to do that. You go over here to the pencil and you click on draw. I would suggest just picking the draw line feature and then making your dot appear bigger, almost the same size as that circle. I would keep the color black just because, and then I would come over here and I would look again. Maybe I can actually pick the right answer on this one so you guys can see what it would look like. Let's see if 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dots appear on 8 3/4. Um, Probably A is my best option, but it could be D. I'm just going to pick D for now, okay? So I click right here on D, and then that has been filled in with the black. So that's my obvious answer. Let's say you wanted to go about it a different way, like you don't normally do that at school, you do it another way. So let me get rid of this black dot and show you the other way you can do it. I'm going to erase. Okay. Another way you could find your answer is going to this shape tool right down here. So you click on shape, you click open the shape tools, and then you pick on the circle. That's probably how you do it at school as well. So if I picked, so I picked D previously, I'll go back and pick it again. So if I put my circle over D, it's kind of huge, which I guess that works, but I'm just going to make it a little smaller so for me it just feels and looks better, okay? So I can just put a circle around D and then that shows that I picked that answer, okay? For the next part of this practice test, it's asking me to put my answer in this box below. I'm going to go ahead and read it and see if I can figure out what answer I'm going to put. It says the line plot shows the results from a survey asking parents how many children they have in school. How many parents have 2 children in school? Okay, children in school line plot. Right over here, there's 2 dots by this particular number, so I know it's 3. So let me find my toolbox and hover over it so it appears like these 4 arrows, and I'm going to click and drag it down so that it's right here where I am on my same page. I'm going to keep dragging it until I can see it and the problem at the same time. Right now I'm ready to answer that question, so I click on place text, and now I have this cool text box right up here, and I can say that how many parents have 2 children in school. I can see probably 6 parents. So I'm just going to type that in the box, and I'm going to shorten it a little bit because I don't need the whole box, and then I'm going to click and drag my answer to the box. And now it's ready to go. Okay, I'm going to look at the next question. Georgina made a line plot of the amount of time she spent practicing her violin each day in the past 2 weeks. It shows me the information. It asks on part A, what is the difference between the greatest and least time spent practicing? So look at the greatest amount of time spent practicing, 1.5 hours, and least time spent is half an hour. And I find the difference between those two. But those are fractions, so how do you put in a fraction answer? Well, you go here to the place text tool, you click it open, and then you click on this operation or equation option. And when you get there, it'll pull up this other box where you can start typing in those different things. So I'm going to just take that mixed number. I'm going to make this different than the actual problem, so I'm not giving you answers. So I'm going to do 3. Let's just pretend someone practiced 3.5 hours. And the least amount of time I'm going to keep as half an hour. So I typed in a mixed number. I did that by clicking on mixed number, and then I clicked on each of the boxes and typed in the number I wanted to be there. Now I'm going to subtract, and it gave me a box right here, but I need to do a fraction. So I'm going to go ahead and click on fraction, and then I'm going to type in my 1 on the top and click down there and type my 2. And now I need an equal sign, and then my answer should be 3, right? I don't need anything else except to type in a 3. And then when I'm done with this, it saves automatic. I just click the X, and it's right up here in my box, so I can click and drag it right here to be my answer, 3. Okay, so those shape tools and place text tools and the pencil tool is really handy for being able to do that. Let's say I'm done with this page and I click on the next button. It'll pull up the next part of my practice test and I can finish doing that. Most of our practice tests are just 2 pages, so I bet yours are really similar. You just go ahead and keep using the tools that I mentioned to answer each of those questions. Let's say you make a mistake. Let's say, for example, that I was using this tool and I was trying to make a line plot by putting data into it, which it's not working very well for me. So let me go over here and see and make a mistake here. Okay. If I start putting dots on and realize, oh, there's only, and those don't line up, and there's, instead of a line plot starting to look like craziness, right? Well, I want to be clear and concise and be able to show my answers so that my teacher knows I understand. So I'm going to click on the erase button and I'm going to go ahead and erase everything that was a mistake and get rid of that. But I like this stuff. It looks good, so I'm going to leave it there. Okay? And let's say you made a mistake in the text. Like, let's say you did something crazy up here and you put, instead of 6 parents, you put 60 parents, and then you clicked and you dragged it in and you realize, it's not 60, it's 6. Click on the box with your answer and then click on this garbage can to get rid of it, okay? And it'll take it away for you. It will ask you, are you sure you want to delete it? And you say yes. As soon as it's done, you are good to go, all right? If you want to clear everything, you can click this, but I don't recommend it because you have to start all the way over. So whatever you want to fix, I would go ahead and choose the eraser, or I would choose the, if it's place text, just click on the box and then click on the garbage can of the box you want to erase, okay? Let's see, is there anything else you guys need to know? I don't think that this stamp tool is going to be super important yet, but your teacher might want you to use it from time to time. So if you need it, you can click on these counters. You can click on a red counter and put it in its place to show a picture of what you're talking about. And then you can go ahead and change the colors to the other color and add those on as well. That might be helpful to you or not. Just use the tools you need. And I'm just going to go ahead and erase those counters because I don't need them to answer this question. Just wanted to show you. And then the other part of that was this cubes. So you can choose which cubes you want to show. I'm just going to pick on the hundreds cube and put it where I need it, and another one, and another one. Obviously, you can just play around all day, but unless you're doing your math and learning, it's probably not going to be helpful to you, okay? So to get rid of it, you're going to need to grab your eraser. I'm just going to do the biggest eraser that I can so I can get rid of those really fast, all right? I think I've covered all of it. So use your toolbox to put in your answers. Use the eraser to erase your mistakes. Use the garbage can to only erase what you really need to get rid of and avoid pressing the clear all button. Okay, let's pretend like you fixed all your mistakes, you answered all of the questions, you went back to make sure that they were there. For example, if you were to go back and then notice, like if you look back on my page and you say, I did all the work and it's not there anymore. What happened to my answers on my practice test? Don't worry. For some reason, it will show up like this on your page, but when you press the turn in button up here in the corner, it all shows up the exact way you did it. I don't know why yet in the program it's doing this, but let's make a rule. Finish the page the way you need it to be finished, all the mistakes fixed. Once you press next, work on the next page, everything done. Keep doing that until all your pages are done and don't go back. Let's make that a rule so that just in case things get erased, you don't have anything erased, okay? But let's just pretend like I had all of that done and I had my answers here on my next page and I didn't break the rule, right? I didn't go back and now I'm ready to turn in. So you click on this turn in button. Right here at the top, you click turn in. and this will go to your teacher with all of your answers on it so that they can grade it, okay? Just to review with you, when you're doing a math practice test online, click it open. Read each question carefully. Choose the tool that you think will help you best answer the question so your teacher can tell you have clearly picked an answer, and use that tool to show your answer. Be careful with the tools you use to erase your mistakes, and then keep the rule that when you're done with that page and you click next, that you don't go back. And once you're done with all of the pages, you click the turn in button at the top, and then you click the turn in box in the middle of the page, and it's now been turned into your teacher for them to grade. That's how you review for your math test. That's how you take your practice test online and submit it to your teacher. Hope this helped you out a bunch.